Alright, so lesson 9.3 for the first day, we're going to talk about transformations of quadratic functions. So what's going to happen is that we're going to take a look at how these quadratic parabolas transform, how they move up and down, left, right, how they get narrower or wider, what effects of the equation allow it to move or change or transform. The parent function, again, is that x squared. We talked about that in a previous lesson. So it's the blue, if we see the, look at the graphs on the board, the blue graph parabola is the one that is our parent function. So in the graph of f of x equals x squared plus k is basically the graph of f of x equal to x squared translated vertically. So if we add k, or the constant, it's going to move our graph up and down based off of if k is greater than 0. So if we have a number for k that's greater than 0, it's going to move our graph up that many units. So it's still going to hold the same shape, it's just going to move up. And if k is less than 0, then it's going to move it down. So this is just there for your reference. So let's go ahead and practice some. So here, describe how the graph of each function is related to the graph of f of x equals x squared. So h of x, this is f of x, just another way of writing it, equals x squared plus 3. So we notice that parent function x squared, but then we notice that plus 3, which is that plus k. So because that k is a positive number, it's greater than 0, we would say that, like if we go back here, it just says that the graph f of x equals x squared is translated vertically. So we would say the graph it would be, f of x equals x squared is translated vertically 3 units up. So we would translate it 3 units up. You could just say also just the graph of f of x equals x squared is translated 3 units up. You didn't really need to vertically because you're saying up, so that's vertically. For part B then, we have this minus 4, so that means the graph f of x equals x squared is translated, and we want to use the word translated. We don't want to use the word move. Okay, we want to use the word translated. 4 units down. So that's when we have the k, which is pretty easy. Now we have something that happens when we adjust the x squared. So the graph of g of x equals x minus h in parentheses squared is the graph of the parent function f of x equals x squared, and that translated horizontally, meaning we either shift it left or right. If h is greater than 0, then we've translated it to the right, and if h is less than 0, the graph is translated so many units to the left. And it's that absolute value because we don't want to say negative 3 units to the left. We just say it's 3 units to the left because we're going left makes it negative. Something else that you need to be aware of, this right in here has to be in the form x minus h. Okay, so I know it gets a little tricky, but it has to be in the form x minus h, and then we just look at the h value if it's positive or negative. And we'll take a look at it here in an example. So g of x equals x minus 2 quantity squared. So that does have the x minus h. So we just want to look at the 2 because these match, these match. H is 2, so h is equal to 2, which makes that a positive value. Because h is positive, the graph f of x equals x squared is translated 2 units to the right. So in the next one, part B, it's not in the form x minus something, but could we rewrite x plus 1 as a minus or as a subtraction problem? Sure, we could write this as x minus a negative 1 squared, because the two negatives make a positive. Now it's in this form, x minus h. So the x's match, the minuses match, and now h in this case, if you look at this, h is negative 1. Okay? So now because h is negative 1, the graph f of x equals x squared is translated 1 unit to the left. And again, you could always type these into your graphing calculator, which I'll kind of show you down here in the next part. But you can always translate, or you can always graph them and see what's happening to them. You know, it's really up to you. So in part A here, describe how the graph of each function is related to f of x equals x squared. So there's a bunch of stuff going on. First we have the x minus h squared, and then we have the plus k. So our k is a positive 2, our h is a negative 3, our h is a positive 3. So h is 3. So then what we say is the graph f of x equals x squared is translated 2 units up and 3 units right, or to the right. And then for the next one, so g of x, we could rewrite this as x minus a negative 3 quantity squared minus 1, because I want to rewrite that plus as a minus because I need it to be negative. So g of x equals x minus h squared. And then this is our, whoops, in this case it would be minus k. Or you could do like plus negative 1, but we have our plus k. So our k is equal to negative 1, and our h is equal to negative 3. So then we say that the graph f of x equals x squared is translated 1 unit down and 3 units to the left. Okay, and then, so if we want to take a look at this, what we can do is go into our graphing calculator, go to y equals, clear what you have in there, type in that parent function, x squared, and then in the graph below it, because the parent function will be in blue and then your new function will be in red. So then you could type in parenthesis x, was it x minus 3 squared plus 2. So x minus 3 quantity squared plus 2. So there's your graph. Go ahead and hit graph. There's your parent function and there's your new function. So you can see how it was shifted. So then you could, trace it if you wanted to. But then you could see that it went 3 to the right and 2 units up. So you can visually see that then, how it translates.